At 7:30 p.m., Moscow time, September 21, 2025, a lavish evening was unfolding inside Putin's private Crimean guest house. Russia's inner circle, politicians, spies, and war architects sat around tables stacked with caviar and wine, believing they were untouchable. But within less than a minute, Ukraine would turn their feast into fire and ash. Far offshore, a 16-foot Phantom craft sliced through the Black Sea. This was the Magura V5, a Ukrainian drone boat built with a fiberglass hull so sleek and radar-resistant it moved like a ghost. Hidden inside its frame were 6 OSA kamikaze drones, tiny, 13-inch machines armed with warheads designed to punch molten metal through steel as if it were paper. Their destination, the luxurious Foros Sanatorium, a retreat where Russia's warlords schemed their next moves. Destroying it wouldn't just humiliate Moscow. It would rip apart their command network and secure Ukraine's vital grain lifeline to the world. At exactly 7:31 p.m., the Magura slowed. Its bay doors opened, releasing 6 small, silent assassins into the waves. The mothership gave them 10 seconds of final laser guidance, then slipped back into the shadows. From this moment on, the mission was theirs. The drones surged forward, skimming across the water at nearly 60 miles per hour. But this was no simple straight-line attack. They were executing a tactic known as the ghost chain, a deadly invention of Ukraine's intelligence service. The lead drone spat out a storm of glittering aluminum strips, chaff, creating hundreds of false radar echoes. To Russian operators, the screen looked like a blizzard of targets. Meanwhile, the other 5 drones tucked neatly behind this wall of electronic smoke, hugging the cliffs and moving in complete darkness. On the shoreline, a Russian Spetsnaz soldier swept the cliffs with a $10,000 thermal scope. At first he saw nothing, then heat, a flicker in the night. He aimed his electromagnetic rifle and fired. Miles out, one of the decoy drones convulsed, fried instantly, and plunged into the sea. The soldier radioed in his kill, celebrating. What he didn't realize was that the real swarm, 5 drones carrying live warheads, was already ghosting past him, invisible under the cliffs. He had won against a phantom. 30 seconds later, radar screens at a Pantsir S-1 air defense battery lit up like a Christmas tree. But what they saw wasn't 5 drones. It was the illusion of one massive incoming target created by the chaff cloud. Panicked operators launched a multi-million-dollar surface-to-air missile. It screamed through the sky at Mach 3, locked onto the decoy cloud, and obliterated nothing but aluminum confetti. In Odessa, a Ukrainian operator smirked at his screen. "Go ahead, burn your money." The Magura V5, still offshore, then broadcast a fake signature mimicking a much larger vessel. Russian patrol boats scrambled to chase the ghost, leaving the real swarm's path wide open. Sirens erupted across Sevastopol. From a nearby airfield, a Su-30 fighter jet screamed into the sky, afterburners ripping holes in the night. A $50 million war machine built to hunt down anything that flies. But the swarm refused to fight on Russia's terms. 2 drones skimmed even lower, blending into sea clutter. The others climbed higher, splitting Russia's attention and creating an impossible geometry problem. Targets at multiple altitudes, all heading straight toward the no-fire zone near the cliffs. Desperate, Russia unleashed its digital sledgehammer. A 5-mile-wide blanket of radio jamming crashed down, frying communication links. In Odessa, operators watched their monitors turn to static. For a moment, the drones were alone, but the OSA's onboard AI didn't need GPS anymore. Its gyroscopes and accelerometers felt every dip, every turn, every acceleration. The drones flew as if by instinct. "You can jam the sky," one operator muttered, "but you can't jam physics." On the ground, Spetsnaz units opened fire with machine guns and thermal-guided weapons. Tracers streaked across the night. One drone was shredded mid-air, exploding in a burst of fire. 4 remained. Then came Ukraine's boldest move. One drone altered its electronic signal to mimic the transponder code of a civilian passenger jet, its path seemingly on course to collide with a local school. Russian commanders froze. If they fired, they risked creating an international disaster. If they hesitated, they left themselves exposed. That hesitation was all Ukraine needed. While Russian defenses argued and stalled, the real drones slipped through the radar shadows. They were now just seconds from the sanatorium. Back at sea, the Magura sent one last laser correction, fixing the targeting error of a damaged drone. In Odessa, the operator leaned forward, voice calm but sharp. "Fox 3. Release Payload. The drones weren't weapons, they were couriers. Each released its shaped charge warhead, fins deploying as they dove toward their target at 200 miles per hour. Seconds later, the banquet hall's armored glass roof was obliterated. A jet of molten copper, hotter than 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit, sliced through marble floors like paper. Gas lines ruptured, igniting a fireball that tore the western wall into the sea. Another warhead struck the luxury garage, vaporizing a $750,000 armored Mercedes. The last charge detonated in the grand event hall, reducing Russia's war table and its plans to ashes. The blasts unleashed an electromagnetic shockwave that fried local radar systems, leaving a wide stretch of the Crimean coast blind. As dawn broke, the once gleaming sanatorium was reduced to a smoking crater on the shoreline. Russia's Black Sea Fleet retreated. Ukraine's grain corridor widened by 20%. Inside his bunker in Odessa, the Ukrainian operator stared at the satellite feed. Slowly, he smiled. The lesson was ancient, yet timeless. Even the mightiest empire can be brought down by the smallest arrow, if the aim is true. Ukraine's ghost chain had turned the sea itself into a weapon and left Russia staring at the ruins of its own hubris. So, what do you think? Was this mission pure brilliance or a glimpse of warfare's future? Let me know down in the comments. And don't forget, like and subscribe for more Frontline stories.